Hello, I am Alec. I'm a consultant, and we just want to hang out. So, we got another hot take, and check out this title right here. This one's fun. What is programming? Okay, so now we're going to show you programming because, this is a fun bit because I learned how to program back in the day, and I still program, but I program in a completely different way now. Okay, now check this out. I'm going to show you the summary. Programming is telling a computer what to do. Repeat, programming is telling a computer what to do. Being good at programming means you can make the computer do what you want. That's a true story right there, okay? It's all about the ones and the zeros. Check it out. To master programming, you need to learn the core concepts first. You got to learn how to learn in order for you to learn how to program. Check it out. No matter the programming language, many of the concepts used are still the same. Drop down. Look at what this says right here. It says the first 5 core concepts you need to learn are variables, if statements, arrays, loops, functions. It is recommended to learn these concepts in the order above. So we like programming because programming showed us how the computer worked. Programming showed us how the internet worked. Program showed us how people work. When people say, yo, you've been programmed, it's a true statement because there's a certain order of instructions that most people are given, and that's the program that they stick to. And a lot of people don't know how to break the programs that they've been given when they were young, but we do because we are what you would call a biohacker. That was one of my titles back in the day, okay? All right, so we're done with that bit. Let's hop on our next slide. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Game on. Check this out. Words are indicators of the mind or thought. What does that mean? That means that we're going to know everything about you because of the words that you say. So whatever hyphen man, whatever hyphen woman, whatever hyphen people you call yourself, we're going to know who programmed you and how you move, okay? So you can't hide anymore. You cannot hide anymore, okay? All right, now check out these words right here. Programma. Programma means to write, right? So whatever's written, that's the program. Stick to the script, okay, my people? Drop down. Check out what variable is, okay? Variable is that may vary or alter, capable of alteration in any manner, changeable, okay? So that's what a variable is. It's changeable. Now check out if. If is a condition. If is whether or not. That's what an if is. Remember that, and we're going to be cool. Now check out statement. Statement is the act of stating. We like this one too because it's fun, because we're always making statements. Statement is a series of facts, right? So as long as you can put it down on paper, right, and as long as you can speak it and you can point, that's a statement. Now check out array. Array is order. Array is dress. Array is, in law, the act of impaneling a jury. Okay, so my Father, who was God, created me to keep and dress the garden. And I do that all day, all night. And I love it because that's the array that I follow. Now check out what loop is. Loop is a folding or doubling of a string. Okay, so we always look at a string as a series of words, and then we run those words in loops, right? So we run an if then statement in a loop, right? Like if I do this, then I will get that. That's what we talk about, a loop. And then we could just hit that over and over and over again. It's like, yo, on Mondays I do this, on Tuesdays I do that, on Wednesdays I do this, and then we hit loop, and then we start it all over again the next week, okay? That's what a loop is. Now check out this function right here. Function is to perform. We like that one. Function is the doing. So whatever it is that you're doing, that's your function. Function is executing. Function is performing of anything. Function is discharge. Function is trade. Function is occupation, okay? So the function is your job, right? And that's how we know how we get down, because we know what our function is. And my function is to love, and my function is to serve, right? And I have no shame in my game right there, okay? So now put those words in your back pocket. Put function, put loop, put array, put statement, put if, put variable, and put programma in your back pocket. And now you're going to understand how to use the program, okay? All right, so we're done with that bit. Let's hop on the next slide. Okay, here we go. Story time. We got a true story for you right here. Check this out. This one's fun. It says, in this world, God gives man the ability to choose whose program of instructions to follow as written. That's a true story, right? So God gives man the ability to choose. Check it out, 13. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. This is what my King Jesus is telling me to do. He's programming me right now, okay? 14. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. That is a statement. That is an if statement, okay? Check it out, 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. That's another if statement because Jesus is programming. Check it out, 16. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. That's what we call an array. That's the order, right? So right there in the Bible, in the Holy Bible, King James Version, that's what's up. It's full of programs. If you can see what we can see and you can read how we can read and you understand the word order, you're going to see that you are being programmed. And once you understand who the master programmer is, creator creates creation, you're going to be cool and everything's going to be straight, all right? Because the script is easy. You just got to follow it. If you don't follow it, then you get what you get and it's fair, okay? Drop down. We got another true story for you right here. Check this out. In the United States of America, the people program their agents with instructions to perform as written. See evidence below. Now check out this program that we wrote for our public servants. The people who are the creators of government in America wrote down a program for their creature called the government, right? And they are subject to us. Now check this out. This is the script that they got to follow. It says the people have the right to instruct their representatives, petition government for redress of grievances, and assemble freely to consult for the common good. What is that called? That's called an array, right? So the people wrote down an array for our government entities to follow. But what's going on right now is that we understand that our government entities or our government agents, that will be the legislative, the executive, and the judicial entities, don't understand the program. So they got bad programming. They got what we would call spaghetti code going on in the background of their head because another entity tried to slide in some other scripts or tried to slide in some other programs, and they function off of those other programs, and that's why we know that they're broken. But we got to fix it because we got to reboot them and we got to take them back to the original source code. And this is why the original source code for the people's program is the constitutions, but the original source code for man and the original source code for the women is the Holy Bible, King James Version. That's what's up. Don't be mad at me. I'm just showing you the rules to the game as written, okay? All right, so we're done with that bit. Let's hop on our next slide. So much fun. Conclusion. Let's close out. We're going to have fun and close out right now. Here we go. Trust God. Follow the master programmer. Repeat. Follow the master programmer. Remember, you get to choose who you follow, and we will know everything about you because your actions are going to show us who you follow. The words that you say show us who you follow, okay? So you can't hide. Remember this, all right? Protect neighbors with trust tools. Show the people how to move with simplicity. Test, break, and build free people by God with love. Game over. So that's my function. That's my job. That's what I do. Okay, so we're done with this bit. All right, so we just wanted to throw this down because, we're seeing a whole lot of babble going on in the world right now. And, one of the skill sets that that people are looking for, they're looking for people to have computer skills. They're looking for people to have artificial intelligence skills, right? But what the problem is right now is that people don't even have basic life skills, right? So if you don't have a basic life skill and you don't know who programmed you, and if you don't know how to program, then you're not going to be able to get down in this realm, and you're going to get programmed by other people who know how to program. And some of these people who know how to program are going to fill you up with bad words, and then you're going to be running out there, running and gunning, lost in the shuffle because you don't know what you're doing. You're just following someone else's script, okay? And if you don't know how to create a script, and if you don't know how to write a script, then you get what you get, and it's fair, okay? It's fair. All right, so we're done. So we want to say, if you want us to show you how to operate in this realm, if you want us to show you and build a trust tool for you and show you how to program, right, you should contact us. Our information is either going to be on the screen or in the description, or you can go to the profile, you can get it there, and you can give us a call, and you can say, hello, I really appreciated that presentation you did the other day on programming. Can you build me a trust tool, and can you show me how to program my public servants? Right? And if you and I seem like we're going to be a good fit, then we'll hook you up, we'll get to work for you, and we'll start building cool tools for you together. Okay, man? We'll start building cool tools for you together. All right, my neighbor? All right, that's it. We're done. We're going to put this together. We're going to upload it. We're going to see how it flows. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.